Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing something a little different. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you might know that I bake cakes. So right now is graduation season, so that means I'm getting a lot of graduation orders. So I'm going to show you how to make a graduation cap to put on top of the cake, and also I will show you just like a speed through of the rest of the cake near the end of the video. So if you like to watch those, then stick around to the very end, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well to keep up with all of my future videos. Okay, so I am going to start with gum paste. And gum paste is just a little stronger than fondant, so it'll help your graduation cap just stay firm and not like break or whatever. So I already colored it black, so now it's really just soft because I've been kneading it for a while. This mat is actually a pie mat, and I just use it to cut my fondant on. It has lines on the mat to measure. Each like square is an inch, so I measure by inches. This is Crisco, and I just like peel it back and use the stick, and I go ahead and put it on top of the mat. And this prevents the gum paste or fondant, if you're using fondant, from sticking to the mat. You're going to go ahead and make sure that your gum paste or fondant is already pretty soft, because you're going to roll it out, so you want it to be soft. I just have this Wilton roller, and then I'm just going to roll this. So now this is pretty flat, and also I forgot to mention before that when making these, you need to let the gum paste or fondant dry. So you need to do this at least 24 hours in advance. That's probably pushing it. I would do 2 to 3 days in advance before you need the cap. The cake can wait, but the cap you just need to go ahead and get done, so it'll be hard and it won't break when you put it on the graduation cap, or it won't like go limp. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And also to straighten it up when it is crooked like this, you can take a roller or anything like straight and just press it against the edge. And then there I have a square. Now you can take this and lay it on a tray to dry. Like I said, you'll need this to dry for at least 2 days. So I'm going to leave this for 3 days. So I went ahead and shaped this base. This base is the one that is going to go on the cake that this video is centered around, my brother's cake. If you want a more rounded base, you can use something like this, just a bowl. It just forms a semicircle. You can press the Rice Krispies down in it, and you take it out and it forms something like this. You can see this. I decided to go ahead and film something more like this. I formed this one with my hands, so it is all just really, you decide how tall, how big, and you decide where you think may need a couple more Rice Krispies. Just if you see an air hole, you can just press pretty hard because you want it as like straight as can be, but you're never gonna get it perfect. But you can try to make it, you know, decently straight so the fondant can go straight down. So you're going to take your Crisco and put it on the surface. You always want either Crisco or powdered sugar on your surface, so when you roll your fondant or gum paste out, that it won't stick as badly. Then you're going to take your roller and just roll it out. Okay. So now what we're going to do is you're going to take your Rice Krispie and go ahead and cover it with icing. Okay, once this looks pretty smooth, you can go ahead and try to put the fondant on. Now sometimes this does take a few times because the fondant does crack, sadly, and it doesn't go on perfect every time, but you just gotta have patience with this kind of stuff, which is why a lot of people don't do it. So you're gonna pick up, oh, see, it's gonna rip. You're gonna pick up your fondant like so. And you're gonna try to set it to where you think that all sides will be completely covered. I think it needs to go. Okay, see this little crack right here? We wanna try to make it to where it won't start cracking up the whole side. I don't have the fondant smoother. I lost it somewhere, but just if you don't have one, then you can take your hand. And if you have it, you're gonna do the same thing, but with it. This is just the flattest surface I have right now. Once the top is smooth, you're gonna start working down the cap. So just take your fingers and start rubbing, and when you get to a place that looks like it's gonna crack, just pull it out a little bit and go where the crack is like starting and press your fingers down. Okay, so once you have it like this, if you have a smoother, you can smooth around the whole hat, but if you don't, then you can use your fingers and go in circular motions around so it'll stick. And once you have that pretty smooth, you can take a knife, or if you have a little cutter, and you're going to go around it, but you're not going to go close to the Rice Krispie, so we can tuck it under. So now we have here, and you would rather have more than not enough, so if you cut a little too much, that's okay. And to make it a little easier, what you can do, you're going to pick it up so easily, and you can just flip it over. So now it looks like this. You're going to fold the edges onto the bottom. So if you flip it like this, you can just start folding, but you want to be very gentle because it will crack pretty easy. You can even lay it on its side so you can see it a little better. Here we have the cap. Again, it doesn't look awfully smooth, but you just have to work with it and just circular motions, and it will become more smooth. Just you have to be very gentle or it will crack and your icing will try to come through. So here's this part. So then you're going to take your cap, your gum paste cap that we did at the beginning, and you are going to set it on top. So now you can kind of see it coming together. I think it looks really cute how it's tall and it has this little topper. So you can, like I said earlier, you can use water. Just put a couple dabs and it will stick like glue. Okay, so now it is a couple days later and I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom tier of the cake, which is ombre. And then the rest of the graduation cap I will do very last when we put it on the top. So yeah, we will just go ahead and I will show you how I decorate it. And hopefully it turns out good. I'm doing a red and black ombre using regular piping bags, and then the top layer is going to be white, and I'm going to put a sugar sheet on it that looks like people are throwing their graduation caps. So you will see that, and then at the end I will tell you how to do the rest of the graduation cap. the graduation cap one, which I need to still show you how to do the tassel. So here is the little bottom of the cap that I showed you in the beginning of the video. I went ahead and put the 2019 on the front. That's optional, obviously, and then the gum paste top, which is like hard as a rock, but I'm like scared to break that. I want to make sure it's centered. And this rod going down the middle, I put it through the whole cake to keep it stable, and I have some other little rods in there, but you just want to make sure this goes on pretty even. Alright, so now we have the bottom part on. To get the top of the cap to stick, you can use water, it works like a glue, or you can put icing underneath. I'm gonna do water. And you don't put very much, you put just a couple of dabs on just where, or you can just do some up here as well. And then I'm just gonna put a dot of icing in the middle just to make sure that it sticks. And then there is the cap. And now we just have to make the tassel. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to use a cake extruder. And what this does, it makes it really easy to make the tassel compared to if you try to do this by hand. So for the tassel, I would suggest using gum paste because fondant, it'll just break when gum paste is more of a solid. So I have some black and red gum paste here. You're just gonna roll it so it will fit in this little tube. Alright, so once you have that pressed into the extruder, you can put your little cap back on. And here's where you'll make the tassel. Okay, so there it is, and then I'm just going to take my fingers and pull it off like this and lay it here. And then I'm going to do my red. Okay, so then you're going to take your tassels and just take each piece and just lay it in what order or however you want it. And obviously some of those are a little too long and whatnot, so what we are going to do is you're going to take a pair of scissors and, let me see if I can get this on camera, you're just going to cut them where you want them. So I would snip one at a time, just to be careful. Or two. And also be careful that they don't fall on your cake. It's hard to do this in Japan. You're gonna take just a little dab of water, so like take your finger and just dab, and you're going to put it like on top, kind of just make sure that it will like get to the bottom of this little tassel, so the water is like making that tassel stick to the top. And then one last thing, you're going to take a little bit left of your gum paste, black gum paste, maybe like this much-ish, and just roll it into a ball. So just squish it enough so it will cover like the top of the tassel. And then you're going to, this cake is like hot, press it on there. Yeah, that is the graduation cap and the rest of the cake. So I think that is it. I will show you a full little circle of the cake. So if you guys like these type of videos, then give it a thumbs up and let me know if you want to see like other cake tips or hacks or whatever, because I've been doing this for a while, so I might be able to help some of you out. So yeah, just let me know in the comments, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more cake videos or fashion or anything, vlogs. I do like everything. So yeah, I will talk to you guys next time.